Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? What's up, everybody? How's everybody's spirit tonight? How's your spirit tonight? Mitchell, what's up? Tommy V, what's up? Loose Skunk, Crime Time TV, what's up? Frank Pants, what's up? Yo, we in the championship game, Frank. We gonna touch on that big wheel. News now, Ninja, Gonzo, what's up? Spiritual Healer, how you doing? Dub Wubs, Crime Time TV, Ulysses, what's up? 3 Glock, 5 pistol, 7, what's up? I've ordered the ferry before, a few ferries. Hardcore Casual, what's up? I like that almond picture. Brown Sugar Babe, what's up? Dog Gaga, what's up? BTK Killer, what's up? BTK Killer, I don't remember. I don't keep shit like that in my memory. I got bad memory as is. I'm not gonna remember that. John Denicola, Atakan, what's up? JD, what's up? Lucky225. Maurice, what's up? Lucky. Chosen One, what's up? Elizabeth Rodriguez, welcome to being a channel member. Thank you. And how you doing? Weekend Love 69, what's up? You guys always ask me, you guys have been asking me what's up with Eli. Like, are you guys not sub to his channel? Eli always lets the people know what's going on with him. Send me an email, dog. What are you talking about, people, ho? Why are you talking about people, ho? What are you talking about? Ulysses, what are you, a cop? You Health and Hospitals Police? Firm Orders, what's up? He has it on his channel. Go subscribe. And while you at it, subscribe to the People's Podcast TV. Kid Cool, what's up? Be respectful, bro. I don't know how to add pictures to this shit. Let me see if I add a picture. If I can add a picture. How do I add a picture on mobile? Oh, I gotta upgrade. I can't add a picture. Hey, Gaga, be respectful, please. Everybody, be respectful on my channel. Thank you. What's up, Joshua? Yo, join my Patreon while y'all at it. You're 19 years old. Barbara Rogers, how you doing, mama? I'm grateful, Elizabeth. Thank you. So I just unblocked every troll. So just want to prepare y'all. Um, I will no longer be responding to any trolls. So if y'all want to talk to them, that's on y'all. Um, yeah, that's up to y'all if y'all want to talk to them. But let's not make them the center of attention because that's what they want. They want the clout. 10th place. What are y'all talking about? Where y'all getting y'all rankings from? Since when is their rankings? Yeah, whatever y'all do, just be respectful, please. Um, I wanted to talk about this stay, so I might have to swipe out, but I wanted to read it to y'all. So basically, let me Yo, can y'all hear me? Cat Gaga, what are you talking about? Fuck that nigga. Eli's not in the hospital. You gotta watch his fucking. You gotta watch his chat, his channel. I don't know why I went on mute. I'm gonna swipe out of the screen because I want to read something to y'all. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Hold on. Can y'all? What the fuck? I took a picture of it. I want to read it to y'all. So basically, I guess I'll just have to break it down for y'all. BTK Killer, please. I'm asking y'all nicely. I didn't block y'all on my channel. I'm asking y'all to please respect my channel and be respectful. So when I swipe out, y'all can't hear me. I don't know if y'all can fucking hear me when I swipe out. That's the thing. I don't give a fuck about that right now, bro. You're on my channel. You're not on their channel. Don't bring the drama to my channel, please. Thank you. If you respect me, respect my channel. Leave that drama shit on your channel. Don't bring it over here, please. Thank you. Elizabeth Rodriguez for $5. Let's read that. Thank you for all the work you've been putting into helping us all be more free. Thank you, Elizabeth Rodriguez, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Pamela, how you doing? HPR News, what's up? Birdie P, what's up? Yo, write in the chat if you can hear what I said. I'm gonna say spaghetti and meatballs. I don't know what the fuck just happened. Sorry. What did y'all hear? What was the last thing y'all heard? Sorry. Fucking in shit cut out. I don't know what happened. What's the last thing I heard? Lasagna. Why do you keep saying lasagna? Oh my god. Can you guys hear me? That's the last thing. I'm gonna read it again. Hear me? Can we move past the fucking lasagna? Mike in. Bye, bro. This is frustrating. Wow. So I can't swipe out and read the shit to you. I just lost fucking 40 people watching. Fucking, hopefully they're just fucking. Anastasia, what's up? Anyways, we can't record in the precinct until it's reviewed by a three-judge panel, which is called justices. Who the fuck knows how long that shit is gonna take for the three-judge panel to review the appeal and vote on it. Um, but the police officers probably take that as a victory. It's not a victory for them. Um, I don't think they're gonna fucking rule against us. I don't think they're gonna get the appeal. I don't think they're gonna win the appeal. Um, if they do, hopefully they take it to the Supreme Court. But until those three panel, until those three panel judges or justices, whatever you want to call them, until they review it, we can't record inside the precincts. Which I don't understand it because the Right to Record Act is still in effect. We still got the law on our side. It's not a W for them. Um, so they're all butthurt, and I tell them, make love to that fucking sign. Y'all motherfuckers better take those signs home and make love to them as long as you can, cause them shits is coming down. And then I'm gonna have somebody come up, and he read everything, he studied the the case law that just was passed in our favor, so he's gonna be able to go a little bit deeper on it. It's not until 11/17. That's what I just read to you. It's until the three panel judges review it. This is document from the appellate court in Manhattan. So the 11/17 is not the case. We don't know when they'll take a look at it. Hopefully they look at it soon and rule on it. You keep writing the same. You just keep writing the same comment, and it's not true. I literally just read to you the appellant's motion. James Perez, you still sucking dick, I guess. Well, we'll see. I mean, this has been out. This has been out. I read it. I'm sorry, I swiped out. I guess you guys can't hear me when I swipe out. You could hear me when I swiped out before, but I just read it twice. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Um, but it's in the appeal court, and until they take a look at it, that sign that it's going to be in stay until they look at it. Ben Golden, you can donate. One of my mods is going to tell you where you can donate. There's a few different ways you can donate. You keep saying I gotta sober up when I've been sober for 8 years. You need to catch up. No, they're not gonna tie it up, Mike Sweeney. I know that's what you want because you don't like freedom, but you're in America, bro. You should learn to love freedom because right now you're free. Just imagine if you weren't, you know. And if you have so much to say, you definitely could come up on panel and talk. But you guys want to do that, you just stay in the comments and talk your shit. And this is the last time I'm gonna address you. I said I wasn't gonna address trolls from now on. So you talk to my people. You can donate through Cash App. You can donate through PayPal. You can donate through Apple Pay. You can donate through You can donate through Patreon. I just shared it. Kayla, thank you. I ain't back for shit. So, anyways, Phyllis Peterson, good to see you. What's up, Gravy? Me? Am I okay? I'm grateful. Tommy V, thanks for sharing my links. I appreciate you. This nigga's crazy. You see that, right? Renata, how you doing? There's no there's nobody blocked on my channel no more. So if there you go. Everybody just keep ignoring them. Let them think that their comments aren't being posted. I appreciate y'all. Just keep ignoring them. You guys are so good at ignoring them that they think that their comments aren't being posted. Love to see it. Love to see it. So it's open panel. I just want to shout outs to Eli, shout outs to Cash, shout outs to Order to Run America, shout outs to Easy, shout outs to CPR, shout outs to my boy David, shout outs to all the activists in New York that are fighting for freedom because there's a lot of them that don't have YouTube channels, um, but are fighting for freedom. Um, no one ever said this was going to be an easy battle. Eli's good. He's in good spirits. Um, Nobody ever said it was going to be an easy battle. I'm grateful, Viral Opinion. Thank you. Tony Sweet. Shout out to Tony Sweet for helping and showing up and supporting Eli and recording when he was hurt. Tony Sweet also pulled up on me one day when I was at the Museum of Illusions. He's a nice guy. Shout outs to him. Word. Shout outs to Tony. But yeah, nobody said it was gonna be an easy battle. We still gonna keep doing what we do. I feel like this incident that happened with Eli, it could help us to get those signs removed because they went hands on and pushed them because of a sign, a policy. It reminds me of when they broke that lady's arm because she was recording. They don't learn. They don't they don't give a fuck about the law, the New York City or state law. I've heard it said to me many times when I said, "Is that sign a policy or law?" Cops have told me it's our law. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? It's our law. Full court press. The link is in the chat. Yeah, we gotta vote this mayor out. I'll post the link again. You know, nah, they don't give a fuck about us. You guys gotta realize what we're going up against. We're going up against New York City police, hospital police. It's all ego. It's all ego. It's all ego. No, also hurt. Yeah, bro, sugar. Me too. Me too. Yeah. But it's sad. I'm sorry that Eli got hurt, but you know, hopefully this helps. And getting those signs taken down because they went hands on over a sign, and then they went and gave him a ticket for disorderly conduct, like with hands on with him. Like, when is the tyranny gonna end? Like, we need to get these cops out. We need to get these cops out. We shouldn't have law enforcement officers that one don't give a fuck about the law. They don't give a fuck about no law. You know, they don't even know the law. If they cared about the law, they would study up on the law. Full court press, what's up, man? I try to read the appellate decision, but they couldn't hear me when I swiped out. So I don't know. Maybe you can read it, and maybe you can like just discuss what's going on in the you know the the case law that the federal judge, the injunction. If you want to go into detail about it.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Yeah, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself
I'm
first.
having some
We'll know who
sound
you are.
trouble here. I think I get some.
We can hear you.
Hold on.
You want to introduce yourself? Let everybody know who you are.
Probably should get headphones. Yeah, sure. So, Full Court Press. I'm located in New Jersey, and I've been following what's going on in New York since the beginning. Definitely following Good Guy and Eli and everybody over there. Obviously, the case for Long Island audit. So I do a little bit of local auditing here. Couple post offices. I did come to the 13th precinct when shit went left on. Shit went right actually on November 3rd. But they were the typical talents that they are. So you know, it is what it is. But anyway, so this district court case. So what's happening there? Everybody already knows, I guess, is that the district court filed the injunction, and then New York City filed for a stay until November 17th. But then they filed for an additional stay that was granted to extend it until the appellate court makes a determination. So, everybody going out and trying to get in the precincts is not really the greatest idea because they're not going to change their behavior because they've been given the granted the stay to extend it until the appellate court makes a determination, and that could be quite a long time from now. So I'm definitely having sound problems.
Nah, we can hear you.
You can hear me? I can't really hear you too well because I got to lower my
I'm not.
volume.
I'm not saying anything. I'm on mute, so you can talk.
All right. So, there's a lot of paperwork, right? There's a lot to read through. So originally, when the injunction was granted, there was an exception carved out for Sean Reyes for him to be able to go on the third to the 75th precinct. So he had the exception when he went. So they knew he was coming and they kind of gave him the pass. And that's why everybody else had a more difficult time
Are you
because that was
saying
the
that?
only exception carved out.
And and if you notice,
And
can you hear me?
that
Can you
was
hear?
granted by Judge Clark.
Full court. Can you hear
But
me?
he kind of went anyway. She
We can't
granted
hear
that
you.
stay late on November 3rd, and he went a little earlier. But he kind of was safe. It kind of was a safe bet for him to go.
Full court. Can you hear me?
But right now, the appellate court has granted the basically the extended stay. So this will go long after November 17th because um, the Latinos Justice has asked for, I think they asked for 2 weeks to basically like rebut to come up with a rebuttal on why they don't agree with the stay. So 2 weeks from November 8th, that's somewhere past the 17th. And then depending on what the appellate court says, which is the three justices, they have to come together and make a determination. And they might decide that until the appellate court case is finished, the stay is going to remain. So it could take quite a while, and I think we kind of declared victory a little early. What bothers me the most about the injunction is that it was granted based on the New York City and State Right to Record Act. That's cool, but we think, or I think at least, it should be granted based on the
The
First
First
Amendment
Amendment.
of the Constitution,
Yep.
right? Because that's our whole argument, that we have freedom of press, and we should be able to record in publicly accessible areas, public places. But she said no. Basically, she said that that's not the intended use of police stations, and that it's kind of a non-public forum, and we don't have all the rights granted by the First Amendment, freedom of speech or anything. It's limited, or really non-public for in a sense, because that's not the intended purpose. So that was kind of an L, but we did get the W, or Sean did anyway, or his lawyers did, based on the New York City Right to Record Act. But that's not enough because this is not just a New York State issue, right? This is a United States issue, and not every state has the New York State or City Right to Record Act. So that's kind of a W if that's a L, if that's the only thing that she's going to be injunction based on. I don't even have one.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So what you're saying is that she passed. She ruled in our favor based on the Right to Record Act and not based on our First Amendment right? Because she's saying, did she say that the police stations are non-public forums, or she said that they're limited public forums? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
She said that they're not, basically, that's not the intended purpose of the of police stations,
She said.
and
So she
that
said that
therefore our First Amendment rights are basically limited there, and
they're
we're
considered
not allowed to
non-public
record them
forums or
based
limited public forums.
on the merits of the Constitution. On the merits of the city and state rights to record act, she agreed that that's the law in New York, and that law doesn't carve out any exceptions of where we're allowed to record police activity. It says we're allowed to record them, and it doesn't say except in the police stations. So that's why she granted it on the merits of the city and state right to record act.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me. So what full court press is saying, I don't. I'm trying to see if she considers it a non-public forum or a limited public forum. But what he's saying is that she based it off of the Rights to Record Act, where the Rights to Record Act, it doesn't specify. It just says from public places. It doesn't say precincts. So she granted us the motion. What Lucky 225 is saying is that she said she wasn't sure if it was First Amendment, but she doesn't have to reach that because of the city and state law. So we're all agreeing that she based it off of the Rights to Record Act, which is city and state law. Um, Lucky225 says it wasn't decided at all if it's a 1A issue or not. She says she didn't think it would win on merits, but that's not a decision. And she didn't have to reach the constitutional issue anyhow. I don't think she wanted to touch the First Amendment. I think she granted it on the city law, um, because didn't the city wasn't the city law granted on the First Amendment, on the basis of the First Amendment? I think the Right to Record Act is based off the First Amendment. It's based off our First Amendment right. So if the Right to Record Act is based off our First Amendment, then why can't her motion be based off our First Amendment? You know what I mean? And I think it's because um, the precincts are considered, um, I don't know if it's limited or non-public, but there needs to be transparency between there needs to be transparency in these government in these precincts. I see him putting on some headphones. Hopefully, he fixes his audio issues. So, as you can tell, you know, and also what Full Court Press was saying was that part of that injunction, part of that motion, was a deal for Long Island in order to be able to record in the 75th precinct on November 3rd, which is crazy to me because, and if you notice, when he went to the 75th, they already had the signs taken down. When Long Island Audit went to the 75th precinct, they didn't have no signs up. They didn't even say anything to him. When me and Eli went around to all these precincts, the signs were still up, and we had to do our best in order to get these signs removed. I believe we were able to get two of them removed, two or three of them removed. So you could see the difference between when me and Eli went out and when Long Island Audit went out to the one precinct, the 75th precinct. Um, I also just want to give shout outs to Long Island for everything he's done in this fight that we have going on for these signs. We definitely wouldn't have made it this far if he didn't do what he did. So big shout outs to him on that, and Latino Justice, his lawyers. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to all the auditors, um, all the activists, all the freedom fighters in New York. You are more likely to get your rights violated in a police station more than anywhere else, and that's an exact reason why we need to be able to record there to keep ourselves safe. I agree, Tony Sweet. Yeah, they knew he was coming. It was part of the injunction. Brooklyn, all that I'm gonna tell you, like I told her, keep the drama off my channel, please. Thank you. Never said I trusted her. I don't. I never said I trusted her or you or you know what I mean. Is love. I love all of y'all. So as long as y'all respectful on my channel, you guys are welcome here. Um, but I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see about it. So please, just leave it. If you want to do it on your channel, talk about it on your channel. That's fine. I mean, do that, but please leave it off of mine. I appreciate it. Yo, Full Court Press, can you hear me? Just nod your head because we can't hear you.
Let's see if this works better.
I can
I
hear
can.
you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's much better. All right. All right. So what she said was that a reasonable limitation will be struck down if is in reality a facade for viewpoint-based discrimination. Plaintiff has not claimed the procedure restricting recording in precincts discriminates on the basis of viewpoint, and the court sees no such way that it does. So the plaintiff does not show a substantial likelihood of success on the merits with respect to his challenge that the procedure violates the First Amendment. So if he was saying it was discriminatory based on viewpoint, then he might have some kind of case if there was some kind of discrimination other than discriminating against cameras. If it was based on viewpoint, politics, religion, belief system, or something like that. But he never made that claim, so she thinks that his likelihood to win that anywhere else based on the First Amendment is very unlikely. So she struck that down. He has not demonstrated a substantial likelihood of success on the merits of his federal claim based on that it violates the First Amendment. That's what's the most scary to me. Because
she's saying that their policy doesn't violate the First Amendment.
She's saying that that he wouldn't win on the case of the First Amendment because that wasn't the intended use of the police station. She's saying that the government has the right, like freedom of speech can't be exercised everywhere 100% completely, right? There's limitations. And we know that we have traditional public fora, limited public fora, and non-public fora. And she's saying that which is ridiculous to me, but this is what she's saying, that because the intended purpose of a police precinct lobby is for conducting business related to police, and I know what we would say is recording police is police business. She's saying that it's not meant for that. So the likelihood of him winning a federal case because of that is slim to none. So she didn't grant the injunction based on that, but she did grant it based on the Right to Record Act.
And what is the Right to Record Act based on? Isn't the Right to Record Act based on the First Amendment?
I'd say yes. But the Right to Record Act allows for recording of law enforcement activity and police activities. Hard stop. So she's reading that as, since that law allows us the right to record law enforcement activity and police activity, and there's no exceptions written into the law, that's why she granted the injunction based on that would have a likelihood of success on its claims under that law.
I don't see how that makes sense. If the fucking Right to Record Act is based off the First Amendment, then how's he not going to win based off the First Amendment?
It doesn't make sense to me either, especially since, I mean, when I'm reading this, it's hard for me to comprehend her position, because the only limitation that I could see that's reasonable is maybe assembly inside of a police station. But like you always say, would you stop me from praying in there? Right? We have the right to religion. You can't limit my free speech in there. Really, I could say anything I want to say, right? Verbally, I could articulate myself however I choose to. Whatever words I choose to use, you can't arrest me for using words, right? So the only thing, and we can redress our grievances, but the only thing is assembly, right? That would be limited. And I don't really understand what the difference between the police station lobby is versus any other limited public forum, right? But the difference is a police station is open 24 hours a day, so there really is no time restriction.
Yeah, there is no time.
Right? So the only thing would be peaceful, right? It has to be peaceful, right? The manner restriction, time, place, and manner. Time is always, because they're 24 hours. Place is public lobby of a police station, and the manner would be
peaceful,
lawfully.
Yeah, right? Lawfully, yeah.
So I don't understand why she did that, but that's what she did, and it felt like a win because, Long Island Audit went to the precinct the next day and declared victory. But when I read it, I don't really see the win, because the win is based on the merits of the Constitution of the First Amendment. That's the win. Shout out to him anyway for getting it done and changing some things. But it was very dangerous when we all started going. You started going to police stations. I went that day too, and really there was a stay order in effect. That the exception was really for only for Long Island Audit, only at the 75th precinct, only on November 3rd. And the stay order was in effect till November 17th. They made that agreement. and now it's been extended even further. That's why in Eli's video that he posted yesterday, they said, "Oh, it's been repealed. It's been appealed." No, it hasn't been repealed. It
That's
has
what they
not.
told me. That's what they told me too. I went to like two precincts.
Yeah, it's not repealed. It's just the stay has been extended. Repealed would be the appellate court says, no, she was wrong, and we're going to allow the. It hasn't been decided yet to be repealed. It hasn't been decided. It's just a stay has been extended to see what's going on, basically. And they don't want to change anything until the appellate court makes a decision. So
If you
right
know,
now,
if you notice, when Long Island Northern went to the 75th precinct, the signs were already down.
signs were down. They were nice, being nice to him. Everything was cool. Yeah, they were prepared for that,
Right.
right? They knew he was coming, and to me it was a show, right? They put on a show, and they let him do what he needed to be done, and it looked like a huge W, and it is in some sense. Just the fact that you know, that she
Ruled in our favor.
yeah created an injunction. That's great, but then the stay order, right? The stay order basically said, "Wait, hold up, now we're appealing, so all bets are off."
Who granted that stay?
Judge Clark, same judge.
Fucking
Yeah,
bitch.
Judge Clark. But she only granted it. She granted it to the 17th to give them a reasonable amount of time to comply, because their argument was New York City Police is a big um, entity,
Police. Uh huh.
right? There's a lot of people. We don't want to get in any problems. We got to be able to notify everybody. We got to be able to take all the signs down, and so we need until the 17th. Um, Latino Justice said, "All right, but in the meantime, you have to start sending finest messages. By this date, you have to say this. By this date, you have to say that, and by the 17th, you have to inspect to make sure all the signs is down." They went to the appellate court to appeal. They went to appeal this, and then they asked the appellate court, "Can you extend the stay until the justices can review this?" And that was granted as well. So that extends the stay even further, and there really is no date of when it's only if when the time's up. Basically, like we thought it was the 17th, but there is no date right now in sight. And the last filing was on November 9th. So this is the paperwork here. I don't know if you could see it.
What is this state? What is this state that the exception for Long Island Order? What does it state that?
Um, that's actually in I think
Oh,
in the original injunction in the let's see.
retro gaming. Thank you.
It might be the day after. Let's see. Oh, okay. Right here. This document 32, filed on 11/3. And it says plaintiff's counsel requested that the following information be provided. Okay. Okay. It says plaintiff was prepared to consent to 2 week stay provided an exception was carved out on November 3rd, 2023 in the 75th precinct for Mr. Reyes to file a complaint and document that process. Yeah. Black and white.
Well,
It's the bottom here. Can you see it?
no, but it's there. I'll
There.
post.
It's there.
I'll post it on my community tab for anybody that wants to
Yeah.
catch up or look
So
at it.
that exception was carved out. So when he went there to the 75th precinct, it was a pretty safe bet, right? He was all right. But that's smart of him, right?
But
He knew that
why not ask for other? Why not ask for more?
for more exceptions.
Yeah, like why only ask for that one exception? Oh, just let me record that one day. Like why not?
I guess pretty much she was going to extend the stay anyway. So the whole thing says Yeah, they asked for a 14-day period until November 17th for the city to implement the injunctive measures set forth in the court's order. Um, and then, with respect to the defendant's request, plaintiff's counsel Andrew Case consents in part. So the plaintiff in this is Long Island Audit. The defendant is New York City. So with respect to the defendant's request, with respect to New York City's request, the plaintiff's counsel, Long Island Audit's counsel, consents. So they were saying, cool, we'll give you to the 17th as long as he can go to the 75th and record, because he wanted to file a complaint and document that process. And that's what he did. And I guess he was anxious to get it done. I get he probably knew that there would be no quick end in sight, and he wanted to be able to go in there and declare victory real quick. But he did the very next day tell everybody, don't go to the precincts. I don't know if you saw that.
It was the same day.
Same day, right? He said, don't go because there's a stay order.
So he knew that the stay was going to be in effect after he went to the 75th?
Yeah, he knew before he went.
Wow.
Yeah, he definitely knew that. His lawyers knew that. He knew that. Andrew Case is his attorney, or one of them, I guess. So, yeah, he knew that. He knew that the stay order was going to, I guess thus the warning he gave everybody. He did carve out the exception for himself, but you or I or anybody else don't have that exception. That was the only exception. But he's the one doing the lawsuit. It was smart because he wanted to go and he didn't want to. He didn't want to get in trouble.
We could have got
we could have got what?
On the 3rd when we went to the precincts.
We could have got locked up.
Right.
Yeah. Or trespassed minimally. Yeah. We definitely could have been trespassed. The thing is, there was a lot of confusion with them too, because they all heard about the injunction and they didn't know about the stay either. Now they're getting cocky because now they know about the stay. That's why they're doing that tough shit. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know about the stay that day either. I thought the stay
I didn't
happened.
know either.
I thought the stay happened after we all visited the precincts.
Nah.
That's what I thought. I was like, damn, that stay happened fast.
No, because you went on November 3rd, right?
Yeah, me and Eli went on November 3rd, and I was like, either they fucking talking fast and got the word out fast that me and Eli's going to all the precincts.
When I went to the 13th, they knew. They're like, oh, he heard about the court order. He came to start trouble. You know, they knew in that precinct, and they still gave me a hard time. So yeah, it's interesting. But now they think right now they're like gloating. Now that's what they were doing.
So how was it really a victory for everyone if we could have got arrested on November 3rd?
You know, we won a little battle. We didn't win a war. You know, it was a small victory, but no, it was victory for a day, right?
Yeah.
Until the stay order, and now the real victory comes during the appeals process. Hopefully, the justices of the appellate court uphold her injunction, and
I hope so too.
I'm hoping that they continue to make the argument based on the merits of the First Amendment.
I mean, if we're winning on the merits of the Right to Record Act, I'll take it, because the Right to Record Act is based off the First Amendment. So either way, it's all based off the First Amendment.
Look, as long as we have the freedom to record and be able to hold them accountable, right? It's not just
holding them accountable is different. You know, like exposing them is one thing.
Transparency, right?
Yeah, transparency. But it's hard to hold these motherfuckers accountable because
there's not much you could do. CCRB is a joke. You know, holding them accountable is different, but this is the thing. They have the badges and the guns and all that, but we have the cameras and we have the platforms, right? So that's how we hold them accountable.
Right.
You know, everybody making their phone calls and doing their little thing. You know, that puts the pressure on them to do something. At least when we make noise, it helps. You know, that's really the only way we can hold them accountable at this point. Nobody else is going to do it.
It makes it seem like it was a victory for Long Island Audit alone. You know what I mean?
I mean, if he walks in there today, they're going to throw him out too.
I'm talking about on November 3rd.
On November 3rd, yeah. it did seem like, like I was under the impression like we won. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
But I was hope that's what I thought too.
Yeah,
And when he posted, when they said about the stay, I was like, that was fucking fast, bro.
that was fast. Well, they filed that shit right away. I mean, if you look on the website, they going. No, it's not just Brooklyn. It's not just if you go in there for no reason. It's not just that. It's not just time, place, and manner. That's what you would think, because you should be able to go in there, ask for a complaint form, right? Time is 24 hours. Place is public lobby, right? Nobody's trying to go in restricted areas, and the manner is peacefully, albeit sometimes we, some orders we're not being that peaceful, which could be a problem. But if you are doing it peacefully or lawfully, it shouldn't it's still going. It still doesn't matter to them. They don't want us in there with our cameras anyway. The sign that's in good guys avatar right there, or whatever you call that,
Yeah.
that's what they're enforcing. They're not taking them down. They're still leaving them up, and they're enforcing that no cameras, period, for any reason. And that is actually currently lawful because the appellate court ordered an extended stay. It's not lawful based on the Constitution, as we know, but they're not following that. It's a policy that they have that's just bullshit that somebody has to recognize that shouldn't be enforced.
I think that was I think it was a victory for all of us. I mean, the way we felt on November 3rd,
It felt good.
being, yeah, man, being able to walk in there and,
Yeah.
it felt like freedom, bro.
I mean,
Felt
it's a
freedom.
victory in the sense that Judge Clark acknowledged and ordered the injunction,
What
right?
she's saying is that she's basically, and this is how I see it, and correct me if I'm wrong, she's basically she's basically forcing them to abide by the law.
Abide by the New York City State Right to Record
So
Act, the law.
whether it's in stay or not, we still have the right to record act.
Correct.
So we should still be able to record in there regardless of whether it's in stay or not. That's how I feel.
So, a lot of this terminology to me was new. So I was looking up all the definitions and shit. um, I don't know if you want to go over them for people who don't know.
We could,
I think it
if she ruled in our favor.
lost you there. You went on mute or something. So she did rule in our favor, as far as the injunction. Are we? Am I still connected? What's going on here?
I'm sorry, I had to mute up real fast.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
What I'm saying is, she based her ruling off the right to record act, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whether it goes into stay, the right to record act is still in effect. She
No,
ruled.
I mean, yes, the right to record
Ruled,
act is still in effect,
she ruled in our favor because of the right to record act.
right? But her injunction isn't in effect. So it's basically back to where we were before her
What is her
injunction.
injunction stating? To take down the signs, right?
Right. So an injunction is an order from the court prohibiting any party from performing or ordering a specific act, right? A stay is an action taken by a court to stop a legal proceeding or the actions of the party. It is issued by the court. So it's to say, all right, she ordered the injunction, but stop. We're going to stay like the injunction doesn't exist.
They're not supposed to be enforcing that policy as if it's law, regardless, period.
They're not supposed to be. I mean, we know that, right? We know that. But right now, as far as the court proceeding is concerned, we're back to square one, arguing the same point effectively.
This is what I don't understand. If we have the right to record act, she ruled in our favor because of the right to record act. Why are they still enforcing that policy? Is it because they're just fucking pieces of
yeah. Well, why were they enforcing it in the first place?
because they're dirty pieces of shit?
Right. Well, right, because they don't like the idea of cameras, and it's not because like they're trying to say because it protects the victims or anything. It's not because of that. It's because it opens them up to exposure. It's what they want to hide. It's how they treat the public. It's the dirt they do. It's because they're dirty. That's the safe place for them to hide. I mean, they can't hide in the streets.
Nope. They do be trying to hide.
They try.
They try to hide in the streets,
They
but
try. They don't like when you walk up to their car, you're getting too close, right?
haha,
You can see what we're doing.
they
So
hate it.
what? They need it. They definitely do. But yeah, effectively, they don't want us to see what they're doing. And you know, it's the same argument. Take take private
Matters.
business into private.
Right.
Don't conduct private business in the public lobby. It's a very dangerous thing to do. That's dangerous. It is dangerous for the victims.
Even
Whether
if I couldn't record and I see somebody walking in there snitching,
right,
that's dangerous, bro.
right, and you can record secretly. There's no law against it, and there's nothing they can do about it if you record. So you could be recording anyway.
Thank you, Matthew.
You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do to protect the victims is take them into private. They should be protected. The onus is on them to protect them. Take them into private.
They said that one of the times I was a precinct not too long ago, they said the only way they do that is if the victim or whoever asks for it.
Well, well, that's an important part of us educating them too. That educating the public. Always, I would always ask. I would never. I would if I had some private matters. I would never have it
Be mega
hold it in
my
the
brother.
public lobby. I'd say, listen, I need to talk to you in private. I'm not talking about this here. It
Right.
happened to me before. I had to go to the precinct for something here in my own town, and they got the door locked. They got the intercom, and they're like, "What do you need?" And I'm like, "I need to come in." They're like, "Well, what is it?" Like, I don't want to talk about it right here. Let me in this public building so I can discuss this in private.
Right. Right.
And then they buzz the door and let me in. But that should be automatic. I don't want to discuss my private business where anybody's ears there. If there's anybody else there, if the lobby is empty, fine. Maybe we can have that conversation. But if it's not empty, I don't want to discuss it. I don't really want to discuss anything with
It's
them.
crazy because in other states, even in New York, outside the 5 boroughs, you go to a precinct or a police house, you walk right in and you can record in the lobby. Only in the NYPD precincts do they have these stupid fucking policy signs.
It's well, as far as I know, I mean, there might be other states, I don't know, but New York right now in close proximity to me, it's the only city doing that.
We could go to New Jersey, walk
Easy.
into the precincts,
No problem.
police stations, and record.
They already know.
Even upstate.
You come by me, you can go in, record. They're not going to give you. They might give you an attitude. They might treat you a certain way, but they're not going to tell you you're trespassing or try to arrest you. They're not going to throw you out. They probably try to rush you out. They might give you an attitude depending on which place you're at, which city you're in or whatever like that. But they're not going to try to. There's no signs that say no recording. They're not going to try to tell you cannot record. They know you can record. It's New York City is the only city that's doing it. And you know what? Mayor Adams could put a stop to it real quick.
He sure could.
But he got his own problems right now, I think. Bigger.
Yeah, he could tell them take down all those signs. Every precinct take down those signs.
Real quick. He's the boss. But he's dirty too.
Sure is.
So
supposedly, shout out to Cash One in New York sent me a news article where they found a dead body at the Midtown South precinct, the precinct that pushed Eli down.
Was that in the bathroom?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna send it to you. Maybe you could read it. I'll listen to you.
Yeah, I read something. I don't know where it was about a body found in the bathroom, of somebody that was in their custody, but it didn't say like he was shot or beat up or anything like that. They made it seem like it was some kind of overdose or something like that.
Yeah, I sent it to you if you want to read it. Because when I leave, they can't hear me.
Let me see.
I agree with you, Brooklyn. Saturday what, Cass? It happened on Saturday? They sent him to the hospital, J-Fam. They sent him to the hospital dead. Supposedly he was dead already by the time he got to the hospital. Yeah, I know, Cass. I just forwarded to Full Court Press.
It's not my computer, so
Basehead, what's up?
what up?
Angry Vet, what's up? I was at my football game on Saturday.
How'd that go?
We won. We going to the championship.
Oh, nice. You've been winning for years, though, right?
Yeah, I won seven in since 2020. I won seven championships in 3 years.
Oh,
I've been
you texted me? I thought you emailed me. All
no,
right.
I texted to you.
New York City police investigate after man 38 is found dead in jail cell. The man who had been detained in an alleged domestic violence case was found unconscious Saturday in the Midtown South precinct lockup, police said. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. So they say he was found unconscious, and the officers called in paramedics and gave the man medical aid. The man who was detained in an alleged violence case was later pronounced dead at the hospital. They don't say much more than that. Oh, the cause of his death is under investigation, but the police department and medical examiner. They don't really say much, just that he was found dead.
They
Pronoun-
found him dead already
well, he was pronounced dead at the hospital, but he was found unresponsive in the police precinct, is
in
what it
the
says.
cell. They don't say in the cell or not, right?
They don't, but I feel like I read an article about this, and it was something about him being in the bathroom. I don't know where I read that, but pretty sure I read this recently.
That's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
The
I might
precinct
have posted
30.
this on my Instagram, actually. Oh, no. Actually, that's a whole different thing. Over by me in Belmar, same thing. New York City, uh, man was found dead in the police precinct in Belmar on November 8th, pronounced dead in a restroom in the publicly accessible lobby of the state. So that's something completely different. So we got two in the same week.
Wow.
Two
Yeah,
men found dead in the police station.
I
What are
agree.
the
Kat.
odds?
Probably what happened. They saw him overdosing and they didn't do nothing. Probably
It's a good possibility. I mean, look at Eli and Payne on the floor. They stepped right over him. And when paramedics got over there, they told him get up.
they sure did, and the paramedics didn't even help him up.
They didn't even help him up. He's screaming in pain, and they're like, "Get up!"
I agree, Elizabeth. Somebody should be held accountable.
Yeah, for sure.
I've been to Jersey before. I might go back, pay a revisit.
Yeah, they're not it's not like New York, man. They're not as bad. They still give you a hard time, but they're not throwing you out of the police station. It's maybe like the city halls might be worse, town halls, things like that.
I've been to like four city halls in New Jersey.
How'd it go?
Um, I've been to West New York,
Right?
and that city hall was pretty bad. But
Yeah,
I there right before it was closing, but I think they had like a massive investigation at the West New York police precinct.
yeah. I think the captain or a captain or chief or something was fired or something for some.
It, I heard they fired a lot of
I
officers.
think it was he was stealing money.
There was a lot of corruption in that police station.
Yeah.
So
Well.
it came, they was on their best behavior. I had like a 45-minute conversation
Hmm.
with the lieutenant that was there.
Yeah. You should check out Union City.
I've been to West New York. I went to what's that shit? Edgewater.
Edgewater. Yeah.
Been to it's like two other towns right next to each other.
Up by Edgewater, like Fort Lee over there.
I've been to Fort Lee. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So you just came right over the bridge.
Yeah, I was just hitting the towns right over the
Yeah,
bridge.
yeah, yeah.
I didn't go too deep in.
I want to check out Union City because they're dirty too, and I know they're dirty. They locked up this kid the other day. He was sleeping in his car. He's an Uber driver. Um, he was taking a nap in the parking lot. They ordered him to get out the car. He refused. They smashed his window and arrested him for DUI. He took the test. He came back with a 0.0,
Wow.
and they roughed him up a little bit.
That's
But
brutal.
yeah, but they did break his window and take him into custody. He didn't do shit. He was telling them, "Listen, I'm an Uber driver. I was just taking a nap." He was in a parking lot that's open to the public of a 24-hour laundromat. So I'm sure there's plenty of people that sleep in the car there, but for some reason they thought it was okay to break his window and arrest him.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's foul. And I've been trying to get the body cam footage, but they're giving me a hard time. I'm trying to get body cam footage over here for something that happened in North Bergen, but they don't want to give it up. They're talking about it's under IA investigation, and district attorney won't release it.
I requested body cam footage for an incident that my arrest on Martin Luther King Day, and I haven't received it yet.
Yeah, I've got some things they don't want to give up, and that's why it's important to record yourself because you never know. You never know when you're going to get it, when you're not going to get it, or how long it's going to take, or how they're going to act. So it's really important. Everybody records the police always.
Oh,
Any encounter with the police, record it.
always record the police. Full court press. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
I'm in this live here.
All right, brother.
Talk about the injunction and the stay and what's going on, where we're at. And if anybody goes to record the police in the stations, just be careful.
Definitely be careful.
They're all dirty. Always record the cops. Always film the police. And I love you all. If you guys want to donate to my Patreon, it's Good Guy Activism. Cash App is $ Good Guy Audits. And subscribe to the People's Podcast TV. Subscribe to Eli TV, Eli TV Deuce. Subscribe to Cast One in New York. Easy Cameras On, CPR. Subscribe to Full Court Press while you at it. And shout out to everybody that's out there fighting a good fight. And I love you all.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks for coming on, bro.
Absolutely.
Love you all. Everybody have a safe night.
Peace.
Peace.